lot of people are stuck in a cycle when it comes to learning new skills, endlessly watching tutorials, following outdated advice, and giving up just when they're on the verge of a breakthrough. But that doesn't have to be your story. By understanding how your brain learns and using science-backed strategies, you can accelerate your skill development like never before. Forget about slow progress or settling for average results. This video will break down the most effective methods to help you master any skill in record time. Let's jump right in. If you've ever tried to pick up a new skill, chances are you've fallen into the trap of watching endless videos, reading guides, and hoping it all sinks in. You might feel like you get it when you're learning, but when it comes time to actually perform, your mind goes blank and you find yourself stuck. Why does this happen? The issue is simple. Passive learning doesn't lead to real growth. It may feel productive, but it's just an illusion. Think back to when you were learning something challenging. Did it click after rewatching the same tutorial again? Probably not. It clicked when you had to figure it out on your own, when you struggled and learned through experience. This is known as the principle of desirable difficulty. The harder something feels, the more your brain develops, but when it's too easy, there's no growth. Active engagement, even if it's uncomfortable, leads to faster learning than simply absorbing information passively. One powerful technique for learning is called active recall. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly effective. Instead of just reviewing what you've learned, you actively quiz yourself. Research has shown that testing yourself strengthens your memory much more than rereading notes or rewatching videos. When you try to recall information from memory, you force your brain to work harder, solidifying that information as if you were saving it into a mental database. Studies have proven that self-testing produces far better results than passive review. So how can you apply this? After learning a new chord on the guitar, for example, try to play it without looking at the chart. If you're studying for a test, quiz yourself instead of simply rereading your notes. If you're not testing yourself, you're not truly learning. It's easy to think that learning means soaking up information, but the real key is to apply that knowledge. You don't need to have all the answers before you start. Start using what you know in real-world situations and only fill in the gaps as you go along. This active approach accelerates learning because you're focusing only on what's necessary, rather than wasting time on relevant details that won't serve you in the moment. Next, let's talk about feedback loops. If you've ever struggled with improvement despite practicing for hours, you've probably missed out on feedback. Feedback is crucial. It tells you what's working, what isn't, and where to go next. Without it, all your effort could be going in the wrong direction. Whether you're learning a new game or developing a skill, feedback loops help you make continuous improvements. Positive feedback encourages you to keep going, while negative feedback helps you correct mistakes. Without feedback, you're flying blind, practicing the wrong things over and over. The sooner you receive feedback, the faster you improve, because your brain can immediately adjust and improve. That's why video games, with their instant feedback, help people learn faster than traditional methods. To generate effective feedback, you need 3 key methods: self-correction, external feedback, and deliberate practice. Record yourself and review it. Get advice from a more experienced person, or focus intently on improving a specific aspect of your skill. These methods speed up the learning process and ensure you're always moving forward. One last thing that makes a huge difference in how quickly you learn is focusing on the most important information. Trying to absorb everything at once can lead to information overload, making it harder to discern what's actually useful. The 80-20 rule applies here. 80% of your results come from 20% of the effort. By focusing on the few critical skills or concepts that will have the greatest impact, you can make rapid progress without getting bogged down in unnecessary details. Identify the key things that will give you the most bang for your buck and concentrate on mastering those first. Lastly, if you want to fast-track your learning, surround yourself with experts. Experts don't just know more, they help you uncover blind spots and show you the shortcuts to success. They've already made the mistakes you're making and can guide you on the right path. Being around experts raises your standards and creates a sense of pressure that encourages you to push beyond your limits. Just like training with experienced mountaineers helps you summit ever faster, learning from experts accelerates your skill development and avoids wasting time on trial and error. By combining these strategies, you'll be able to learn faster than you ever thought possible. You can master new skills quickly, efficiently, and effectively know more endless tutorials and no more feeling stuck.